Hey everyone, welcome back. As always, it's a pleasure to bring you another toy, and thanks for joining me, and thanks for your time. As always, I start off with a reminder, if you're a lurker, please subscribe. We hit one milestone. We'd like to get a couple more. 1,000 would be the most preferable, but we'll celebrate it even at 750. But in the meantime, I bring you a rocket that somebody said to me, a collector in fact, and she said, at least in response to a post, she said, that is the most beautiful mid-sized rocket. And that was quite a compliment for this toy. It's extremely rare. If you look up the rocket in any of the auction catalogs, you would be hard-pressed to find it sold with its box. Now, I found this rocket actually sold maybe like a dozen years ago in the box with a couple of other rockets for a ridiculously cheap price. And in other words, it flew under the radar. Nobody knew what it was. Let me tell you something. Very few people would make that mistake again. So anyway, what is this? This is the Daiya ME-56 Mercury Rocket. So let's take a look at this beautiful label box. This is the key, the linchpin, if you will, of this toy, is trying to find this original, beautiful label. And what I like, when you don't have the corrugation, the ribs, the label tends to stay flat. And even though there's not a full graphic box, the colors play off each other. This entire composition, the balance of colors and the classic 50s colors too, just make it really like an exquisite label. So you have the rocket here depicted, and you have this curvature here. It's like they're flying into space. I'm trying to figure out what would the blue section would be, almost like they're in a black hole or something. And like they're bending space-time, because instead of depicting everything as far as being in space, it's almost like they're warping space with their faster-than-light travel, if I had to guess. But, what it does is it sets off the rocket. If you would have had that deep blue and stars everywhere, it would have washed out the rocket. It would have left it a little busy. And then look at it. It looks like it's almost like puncturing through at the end of this warp speed that it's on. And then you have the speed lines over here depicting the motion. You got the jet trail there, and a planet that looks very close to Earth. So I would imagine that's obviously Saturn. So I don't know where Mercury is in the scheme of this. But it's, again, a stunning label, one of the nicest early 50s rocket labels I've seen. So let's get a little closer. And I'm really not trying to embellish it. I honestly believe that's an absolutely beautiful label. It pops. The colors are dynamic on it. And then, of course, the rocket itself. It has just really lovely colors. What you're doing is you're depicting that curve that's on the box. You flip it this way. So you have that nice, it gives it a sense of motion, a sense of speed. And then, the way they have the colors just kind of arching up over here, coming down. It's a really nice look. Also, you have some portholes there. Maybe they're vents. And then you have the perforated stars, which isn't that common. And it gives it a really beautiful look. Now, perforating metal, it's not the easiest thing to do. My assumption is they perforated it prior to bending it over. And look, they actually perforated it pretty good, because you got the two kind of right there in the red. And so they centered it in a good spot. I'm assuming somebody punched it by hand. You had all those nice stars. And on the bottom, you have your drive wheels. And you have, of course, your Daiya logo there. So it's one of the top rockets. Let's see how the friction sounds. I can't press too much. I don't have a lot. It's not enough traction, so we'll spin it this way just for you to hear. has a nice sound. If I was on a rough surface, it would roll pretty easily. But that's it really. That's your Mercury ME-56, one of the most attractive rockets out there, and really one of the rarest. You just don't see it too often. That's all I have on this particular toy. I think I've shown you everything on it, and if you like this rocket, let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you feel this is a one of the nicest mid-sized rockets? By the way, I'll show you this as a comparison. Here's your D-cell battery, so it's a pretty good size. Do you like the colors of it? Do you like the way it's designed? Do you like the box? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to thumb it up if you do. Don't forget to leave a remark if you're so inclined. And as always, another reminder, subscribe if you haven't. And with that, I always appreciate your time. Thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you later.